Hello, and welcome to another Rail Steel Division highlight. And Rail, this has been quite a while since we're doing the last one, but I want to try and continue this series. Essentially, what it is we take a look at a replay, highlight a specific section of it, just to show us some gameplay, whether it's, tactical, funny, or has some good lessons to be learned. This one is going to be long. It's going to be an hour and 16 minutes long. Yeah, we're going to be speeding up through times 10, and it's rather funny. This has been sent in to me personally by 123 Nick, and he told me it is one of the most horrible matches that he has ever participated in, and just one of the worst matches in general. And to Rail highlight, where there's no time limits. This is unlimited time. It's Conquest to 3,000 points instead of 2,500. We got 2nd Infantry and Rintown Division. And as you can see off the bat, Rintown isn't going to be moving. He's going for the delayed rush approach. And yeah, 2nd Infantry, he's just going to be sending a single Sherman into middle. We've got a little bit of fighting down south. You know, all the bazookas, all the infantry very clumped up on one another. No leader unit nearby, but Marauders do get close, get that half tracks off. We've got some Panzergrens and 251, Panzer III up north. And the 6-pounder is going to be forcing and killing at half track. The Sherman is just going to be pushing through the middle, completely by itself, no recon, no support, nada. But fortunately, isn't really anything here that can kill him. The Panzer Grenadiers aren't going to move up. We got a recon plane, we got 2 tanks. He's been flowing a little bit of points to be able to buy a DD and the M4 by, well, pretty much right next to each other. He's going to keep the DD back. You know, it is an M7 Priest. You can use it as an artillery piece, where if it was a proper Priest running a DD model. And then we got a T-30. And yeah, very passive play from Rintown. Not moving up really, just being pretty defensive. He does get a kill on the T-30. DD gets a kill, and still no recon in the middle. Down bottom side is pretty much a battle between 2 towns and no man's land. Panzer Grenadiers or Spar troops trying to push through a forest by himself. Panzer Grenadiers at least holding the edge of the forest, so if anything comes in close, or rather far away I should say, they can shoot them with their double MG42s. But yeah, pretty passive play, and we still got another hour left worth of gameplay. It's one of the few times where I think times 10 isn't fast enough. The Orion B phase, and we've got a lot of Stern Pioneers being brought out in 251s, as well as a Panzer IV-H, a proper Panzer. Yo, the Stern Pioneers, I just said it's going to rate around. I mean, it's pretty cold outside. They don't want to get out of half track. I mean, it probably doesn't even have central heating, but at least it's safe and cozy between those 15mm steel rules. A little bit of off-map artillery with the Panzer III down south, and finally the Rintown getting some ground, and Xylophone being brought in. And don't tell me, okay, it's not going to take it round the corner, which is definitely smart. Yo, it doesn't exactly hit either yet much. And still no we got, okay, 1 recon unit in the middle, and we got a lot of DDs. Might as well get M4 Shermans. They did win the war after all. Might as well get a lot of M4 Shermans, because why not? I mean, to fire a tank division, you're going to need all the tanks you can get. But just pretty slow. Another Xylophone strike. No AA from Rintown. Finally getting a mobile wagon, because these Grasshoppers and P-38 has been flying around all too willy-nilly. Finally, I think got some ME-109s and Focke-Wulfs to kill. Stern Pioneers making their way through the forest. Yeah, we're not going to be encountering any resistance yet. And now we just got a huge armor blob here with the DDs, the M15. Yeah, he's going to be fighting and killing at Panzer IV. And is that a Pak 40 now? Being brought up to try and knock out Shermans at long range down the road. And it's just a, got more T-30, or another T-30 I should say. And off-map artillery going to be clearing the middle section of the map. And that Pak 40 has done a pretty good job holding down that road. Stern Pioneers actually getting killed by Ranger Leaders, managing to get the Satchel charge off. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend getting Stern Pioneers. Getting regular Pioneers is usually a much better option. Just having that extra 4 HP as well as a machine gun is really useful. Very bloody useful. Do you have an M10 tank destroyer right now in C phase, and we're going to be in C phase for another 50 minutes. Panzer III getting killed up top. Finally actually losing a Panzer III, I think. He's been keeping him alive quite a bit. And we've got 250 runs here. I mean, you might as well just keep him alive. I mean, a dead unit is not going to be exactly a useful unit. So you might as well just have it holding the back lines. Bombing on, yeah, forcing the Panzer III off map to fall back. And yeah, still 0-0. This isn't even close combat, so it's only a 1% to start getting that +1 point advantage. But Nick is in the lead, and we've just got lots of infantry. He hasn't even got all his rangers out, so he's going to be getting some few more. I hope they're ranger assaults. They better be ranger assaults, god damn it. And just going to rush up. No, they're ranger supports inside of a CQC forest. Okay. Well, fortunately T30 and is going to be punishing that half track. And we've got 2 rhinos now, but they can't really break through the forest, but at least they can go around along the road. And he's just going to rush it up, and no recon support. Yang gets Panzer Grenadiered. And then once again, Panzer Grenadiered. Is he going to do it again? Oh, the Panzer Grenadier is out of ammo now, so never mind. They can now drive freely. They paid the tow troll. And the Sherman's breaking through. Yeah, they're going to be coming back. You know, don't want to be going into enemy line. And, yep. You're going to be dealing with Stern Pioneer. We've got a Panther now. I mean, it's not really a jungle, but I guess Panther could do. Never mind, gets killed by 2 Shermans as well as the, I think 76mm didn't even have line of sight. Just barely, anyway. But we just got a choke point down south. And yeah, might as well just, rush up with rhinos. I mean, rhinoceroses do have those big horns. They charge their prey. So might as well charge with the rhinos. And we got some more infantry. Please, they better have some Panzerschrecks or Panzerfausts. But no, not forgetting to unload them. It finally does. And now we're getting them into the safety of the forest. And I think with 6 Panzerfausts all together, should be able to kill the rhinos. Never mind, Sheep's being harassed in, spotting them, and he's not going to be arresting up the rhinos, which is definitely a good idea. He's still holding on to that slow +1 point advantage. Fun about getting the bombing run, yeah. We've got a lot of 2-3-4s. He's been floating a lot of points again to be able to buy all those units in one run. And there's the off map from the Allies. Oh, wait, was that Allied? Yeah, it was Allied off map of the M4 up north. And now would be a time to maybe push down south. There really is not much. Yeah, and I just want to see, what can Nick see? He can see stuff in the middle and down south. And Ganex hardly has any line of sight. He knows the Sherman's up north, but that's really it. And he is moving into Panzer Grenadiers. Going to be getting those Panzerfausts and getting a double surrender, double rammy. And maybe now with all his vehicles, he can maybe push up and start gaining some bloody ground. You got some autocannon half tracks, more rhinos. I mean, once again, both sides have been floated a lot of points. That's just a lot of floating. I think it might as well be like the Red Sea, due to how much you can float on it. I believe that's the sea at Soti. There's replay may make a few people Soti. And we've got some Hummels now. They're getting maybe a little bit too close, you know. Probably it's the pathfinding. I mean, just trying to bring him all the way down here, which is still a bit too close for a 2.8 kilometer artillery piece. And also some Panzer IIIs, because why not? I mean, it worked for Rommel in the desert, well, till, you know, late 42. So it might as well work now in, you know, mid 44. And once again, off-map artillery trying to hit moving targets, you know, a little bit late, yeah. And the Panzer III push is going ahead swimmingly so far, as they do rush up. You've got the bombing runs, Allied air superiority, knocking out almost all of them. Jesus Christ. Damn. Damn. And he's holding onto his forest with some recon units, well, a lot of recon units, and some artillery pieces and half-tracks. No raw infantry at all. And yeah, this has been going on for 53 minutes now. I mean, this should have been ended, you know, 14 minutes ago with an allied victory, but nope, this is what happens when you have no time limit. Rhino tries to push through, Rhino gets killed. Panther up north, gonna be knocking out, yeah, Sherman. Herman Sherman. And oh, maybe Genex can maybe pull this back by pushing down south. There's really nothing here to stop him at the moment, except for a bunch of AT guns which are going to be deploying. A lot of AT guns, so the Panther does manage to spot run. And I think the 76mm is going to kill Panzer IV. Yeah, it's the Panzerwerfer not stunning up the AT. And the Hummels, they've been tuning a little bit, but they're still too close. And that's what happens when you're too close with a Hummel. I'm actually surprised that I was a xylophone that killed it, of all things. Wow, that's pretty sad. We got some more units once again, floating a lot of points, as you can tell. And yeah, we've still got another 15 minutes of this of in-game time. Jeez. I mean, I know these are the replay highlights, and we're edging over to 12 minutes now in terms of video length. But good God, good God. And really, not much ground has really been taken back and forth. We got a little bit down south, but you'd think for something that's been going on this long, there would have been huge troughs of land, at least, you know, huge penetration on either side. But nope. I mean, he's trying to fight over this forest. You know, he's not bringing up any infantry to try and go into the forest. Maybe he's run out of infantry, so the 15-minute match, or an hour-long match after all. Yeah, we do have some artillery now. Is he finally getting the mini-mortars? I hope they're the, like, 60 mils. Yep, those are the 60 mils, and that's a lot of airplanes. The Allies really do have their superiority. No Gabio, which is the same. And yeah, he's literally just holding his forest of artillery at this point. You know, the Axis finally managed to make some ground. Plus, run down south, they got a recon plane to shoot. I mean, they do have a machine gun, so maybe, just maybe, if they were to fly low enough over the 76mm, they could get a kill by strafing it. But the mobile wagon is going to be going for the touchdown, rushing behind enemy lines. Is he going to make it to the other side, Joe? Is he going to get a King Me? Yes, he is. I pretty much count as getting to the other side. And yeah, he's now going to be shutting off at spawn point. And a +3 point advantage because of Run Moborangan and a 250 essentially. And I think Nick is essentially out of units. I mean, he's mortaring the heck out of this northern section. But he only has a 76mm to hold down south. And I think Genex is going to be pulling the clutch victory here with that +3 point advantage. There we go. And can he see much of the 76? No, he's pretty much blind as a bat in that location. And yeah, pretty much a King Me with the 250. Oh, Panda 4 actually getting killed by the 76, rather unfortunate. And yeah, we're on a +4. The +4, Nick surrenders, and good God, that was a 75-minute match. That was pretty long, pretty terrible. I mean, the kill advantage is like 500 difference between both. But I believe both players were rather new players, so that's why we saw a lot of the mess up, yeah. So, what can we learn from this replay that we've just been through? Number one, don't play, you know, no time limit matches. Really, you should play the game Conquest or Closer Quarters, Combat, whatever, with standard game settings. That's really how the divisions and whatnot are all balanced. Number two, don't float points. Don't float that many points. If you can buy like 500, if you float over 500 points, you really should buy something immediately. Get some units on the field. Number three, recon. Number four, don't rust tanks up without recon. I don't know, use infantry properly inside a forest. really, I think there's quite a lot to be taken from it. But by God, this is a really good example of why you don't play no time limit matches. But yeah, thank you, Nick, for sending me this absolutely terrible replay. And I'm going to be leaving off. Yeah, it's been another replay highlight. I'll see you guys next time.